Hi and welcome to the Wilson Chala's YouTube channel. We are dedicated to preserving and sharing Zambia's rich history through topics like culture, politics, finance, and education. From traditional ceremonies to trending stories, parliament proceedings, and everyday voices, we bridge Zambia's past to its future. Join us in building a timeless digital archive. And don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and now let us explore the story you've been waiting for.
Hi everyone, first off, thank you for being part of this journey with me. This channel has grown because of your support and I don't take that for granted. I want to share a quick update. I'm making some changes to how I put together videos going forward. You may notice a bit more commentary and context from me on stories. I'm putting extra care into making sure every video brings real value, not just footage or news clips repackaged. My goal has always been to inform, educate, and entertain you with content on Zambia's education, current affairs, and culture. And I want to keep raising that bar.
To which I belong. And this school of thought is that it will be difficult for Tonse Alliance to win this election on the 13th of August. For a number of reasons, which include the crowds. Now, this is, I have to make this clear, this is an analysis. This is a historical and the political science analysis. This is not witchcraft. This is not about who I like on either side of the aisle. This is about just being objective. Here are the odds, for example, against the Tonse Alliance, the obstacles of Tonse Alliance, which you may not like, but they are objective and real. Firstly, what will happen on the 13th of August is that a voter that wants to vote for the Tonse Alliance will not find the name Tonse Alliance on the ballot paper. It's not a registered organization, but they are running with it. We are Tonse, we are Tonse, Tonse Alliance, we are Tonse Alliance. That name will not be there on the ballot paper. So, a voter who walks into the ballot box doesn't have the whole day to think, if there is no Tonse Alliance, then what else is it? Okay? That is factor number one, or obstacle number one for Tonse Alliance. The second obstacle is that the political party on which Tonse Alliance is featuring its candidate. Even I, who is in politics, cannot remember that name very well. NRPUP. I can't remember it. I've not internalized it. What more for the common person? So, it may be difficult for them to find that. This is a country where illiteracy rates are very high. If you watched one of my podcasts where I was dealing with this matter, only 2% of Zambians can read and understand English. Statistics do not lie, except in politics. Numbers do not lie, they only lie in politics. So, that's factor number two. You will not be able to easily find the name of the political party. Factor number three, a voter by the 13th of August in Shangombo and other outlying areas would not have heard the name of this political party by the day we are voting. Fourth factor, this is a political party which has no structures on the ground. I've not heard of the provincial chairman for this political party in Western Province, in Southern Province, even in Wapula, where they could claim to be their stronghold. I don't know the district chairman for Chembe, district, for example, and that kind of thing. That is another obstacle. The lack of structures, the infrastructure on the ground. So after a rally, after a Tonse rally, for example, what is it that remains behind? To drive that Chimwera, to hold on, to that Chimwera. Nothing remains behind. Okay? So it's like you have started the fire, okay, and it burns for 2 days, then it quenches itself. So it doesn't matter how intense the fire was. Nobody will remember that there was a fire here. It is gone. So they don't have this infrastructure. The other factor is that as new as Tonse is, they have no candidates in about 1/3 of the total number of seats. Of 226 seats, they have no candidates at parliamentary level in 75 of those seats. Meaning, apart from the Chimwera, they are non-existent in those 75 constituencies, which is almost a whole province if you take that number. At local government level, they have not filed in almost half of the 1,850 wards in the country. Even the independents have more candidates than the Tonse Alliance. They have 335. There are 335 independent candidates, okay, that have filed. And the Tonse has 154. Okay? Just about half of the candidates. When it comes, to the voting day, if they have no structures, and I'm canvassing this from experience, if they have no structures in these areas, where would they get the polling agents from? Because the polling agents come from your structures. In PF, our polling agents came from what we call the polling station committee. We had a committee at each polling station of 12. And because these are surrounding the polling station, that's where we got the 2 polling agents. It was easy to feed them. It was easy to contact them. It was easy to ensure that they are at the polling station at 06 hours as voting starts. Okay? So these are the odds against our colleagues in the Tonse Alliance. So even as some people would want them to win, they have to take these odds into account. Because this is what leads opposition political parties to cry foul at the end of the day that the election has been rigged. Because your analysis was not correct. Because you were more emotional than analytical. Now, all of us know, Caesar, that in life we always don't get what we want. That's not how life rewards us.
Let's
You might want
take a quick pause here, but
You may
don't
not
worry,
get.
we are coming
want
right
to-
back to finish
write-
this story.
drive the
I just want to
best
say
car,
a quick thank you
but
for
you may
watching
not have
all
the
the way to
opportunity
this
to
point.
best car because your income
This channel
allows.
exists to bridge Zambia with its future,
The English
bringing you
adage
daily
says,
updates on what is
"Wishes
happening
were
across
horses,
education,
then
current
beggar
affairs, and
Now, would you say
entertainment.
the Tonse Alliance
If you are
rushed
already a
to
member
participate
of this
in
channel, thank you for your support. Sharing
What you
this
have just
video
explained.
with
No,
a
they
friend
didn't- they
or
didn't
family
rush. They have
member
every right
will
to
help us
participate in
reach
election.
more people. And if you are
You know,
new here,
the
this is a
problem
great
that they have
time
is
to
more
hit that
logistical
subscribe button
than anything
so
else.
that you catch
I'm
our
dealing with issues of logistics here.
Alright,
2 days ago, when I was looking at the documents which I have, I actually discovered, and I didn't know, I actually discovered that there are candidates that are under Makebi Zulu, and another list of candidates under Brian Mundubile. Okay, so they don't have one list. In other words, they themselves have split the group. Okay, there could be candidates under Makebi Zulu that would want the candidates for Makebi Zulu, but they don't want. They may not necessarily vote for Mundubile. There's no guarantee.
Now, what do you think is making the opposition NRPUP to have confidence that they are going to beat President Hakainde and the UPND? This is what they're saying. They're saying they've won already. No.
I would caution them. If they spoke to me, I would caution them that even in football, I watched the finals between Argentina and Spain. Okay, my wish was that Argentina should win the World Cup. I think for the 4th or 5th time. My wish was not granted. Spain won. So I remained brooding, but that was a reality which I couldn't control. So I think it's important, to have our wishes with caution. And like I've said before, against these factors, these variables which I've outlined, it would be a miracle in Zambian politics for Tonse to win this election. Not that I don't want them to win, but the factors are certainly at odds with the wishes.
It will be a miracle. That's
It will
your
be a
statement. Now, if that miracle happens, how are you going to react to
It's
their
okay. What
victory?
happened when miracles happened under Jesus? When he turned, got a loaf of bread and he was able to miracle it into, abundance of food. People ate. So if the miracle happens, I'll just say a miracle has happened. That's all.
One should be scared like these are the people I was saying may never win because of the statistics.
No. That is the problem, Caesar.
Well, let's address that.
That is the problem. I don't speak to please people or to please anybody, whether I think they will be in power or not. I'm not looking for a job from Brian Mundubile, and I'm sure he knows that. I'm not looking for a job from HH, and I'm sure he knows that. I'm looking for a good country led by a number of good men and women. Okay, so even if Brian Mundubile won tomorrow and he said to me, but you said that I was not win, I'll still say yes, that's what I believed in. I'm surprised that you have won, but that's what I believed in. That's my character.
Right.
So I'm not saying this, to ingratiate myself with anybody. I'm saying this is my analysis, and I'm providing, the basis of this analysis. And somebody else may have a different view, but this is mine.
Right. In case you would love to participate on the program, the number is 0770-000-945, 0770-000-945. 945. Feel free to call us anytime. The phone line is open. And seems we already have a caller. Let's pick this one. Hello? Hello, good morning.
Morning, how are you?
Very well, thank you. Your name?
My name is Ken.
Ken.
Ken from Lusaka.
Ken from within Lusaka. Go ahead, Ken, with your question or contribution.
Yes, I just wanted to I've heard what Wynter Kabimba is relating, and there are some facts in it. I'd love to argue with him. First of all, for him to say no, these people are not organized, and there are two, there's a group for Makebi and there's a group for Mundubile, which maybe people might get confused. This is not the case at this time. People know who Makebi is, what his party is. People know who Mundubile is and what his party is. So, for instance, let's talk about 3-4 months ago, the same Mr. Wynter Kabimba, he was on TV. He came and said, no, there's no opposition. Because the opposition was disorganized.
I've never
Let's
said
put it
that.
that way. It was disorganized. So much later, this is the party that we've seen now that they've come with full force, and you realize that now that this is when the UPND they've realized that this party is now they've come with full force. So you had no idea that they are going to be a strong opposition 2 months ago, 3 months ago. It's the same way that this same party they can end up winning.
Okay, Ken, you can conclude now. Conclude now.
Can I finish?
Yes, finish now.
The problem we have in Zambia, we underrate the opposition. Yeah, I can tell you whatever is analyzing might be true, but don't take it as if maybe these guys don't know what they're doing.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Ken, for your contribution.
Let me before he goes away, let me just make it.
All right, yes, you can go ahead.
In fact, if he has been following what I've said, if he's been following my argument, I did caution UPND at one point that the statement they kept on canvassing that there is no opposition in the country was a dangerous one, because the opposition was the people of Zambia. That was my statement. So it's not true, according to Ken, that I said that there was no opposition. My caution was that the opposition were the Zambian people. There was no political party in 1991. But the people of Zambia emerged and said they didn't want UNIP. And the MMD was born out of that euphoria, that intense demand by the people that they didn't want UNIP. So I know the history of politics and the groundswell of people that gives birth to a political party. So that's not true. But, I want people to listen to me, very carefully, because I'm giving you the analysis. Argue with me on the analysis. I've not even said, as he's saying that, these guys are disorderly, that, no.
And that there is no opposition. That's what you said on a certain television channel.
I've never said that. And I'm not, even now, I'm not saying that they can't win. I'm saying that in the event that they do, against these factors that I've outlined, it will be a miracle. In other words, yes, they may win, but their chance is very slim. It's very, very slim. That's what I'm saying.
Right. Thank you so much, Ken, for coming through. We pick another one here. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. Your name and where you're calling us from?
This is Musanje, common known as Wiki.
Okay.
But this is your president. We know. Hope I'm loud and clear.
Yes, you are. You go ahead.
To be a miracle. Maybe. That remove maybe the miracle may just over. To my side, according to my sister now. As long as we I'm going to form in a government. Maybe in 2042, not even 2051. Before Wynter Kabimba president, before I can have a president, there's no way we Zambians allow but who doesn't have a job like Mumutu. He is the minister what Munga akatunze kusaba province bini mumureka tabereka president. President ya chika bajuri rengi apela popote matino that is the exactly ya kuchawara. Is the chika kuchivuma kuja chino president kumagoi. Do you think we Zambians can allow such a person to apela president? I mean that wana mambo located Aba they are busy using complete create rungu. Rungu is not yet buried. But when they are busy complete national, we are going to rule this country. Rungu was kicked out when he had the instrument of power. Aba manje could be rungu, but they can make little bit potential, not even to cabinet. I understand why Barungu is what to cabinet, because these guys manifesto by it's on the
Okay, Mr. Munsanje, thank you so much, Mr. Munsanje. Thank you so much. Let's pick a third one. We pick a third one, then our studio guest who definitely responds to Munsanje and this other one that you're picking. Good morning.
Hello.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Fine, thank you. Your name? Gilbert from Mutendere.
Yes. Like you don't know about like upload but no to the miracle. Okay. Okay. So there is a bit of a camera to a car. But you go come at the table, but you come down and tell you
Vandani Wakana. It's Vamunsanje who is saying.
For other people to win, to be in a bad case. Even if you are not like we are not like even someone is if he or she is not even escaping. Why do you not people not so?
Okay, I get it. I'll tell you.
Okay.
Right. UPND equal. So if you go to school, I'll get
Okay, thank you. I didn't get your name. Just give us your name again. I think I've forgotten. Gilbert, thank you so much.
Gilbert.
Okay, what Gilbert is saying is you said illiteracy levels in Zambia are high, and some people will not even read NRPUP on the ballot. But he says each political party has a symbol. So NRPUP has a symbol. So people will go for the symbol.
In fact, he has just reminded me another factor. He has done well.
What factor?
But the factor of the symbol. Okay, it took 10 years. It took 10 years for the PF symbol of the boat to be internalized by the people. 10 years. Before that time, the symbol of the Patriotic Front was just Michael Sata's name. Okay? There was Party Yabasata. Okay? In 2009, Pabwato became the battle cry slogan. Pabwato. Nobody was referring to Sata, but that was after 8 years. Okay? So to expect the people to internalize the lamp in 6 months, it's really expecting miracles. Chameni kambani ichi ba Gilbert naimwe banzao bamene bali huko. Nikamba nati nizi bakuti kulibenango bamene bakita support ba Mundubile. Kulibenango bamene bamuti ba Mundubile bawine. Naimwe ni mpata wanu uyo. That is your right. Okay? But ingati mufuna kuti ba Mundubile bawine. Kulivinango bamene mwena kuchita kuli nchito amene ilipo apa, amene ikalipo. Ingati ufuna kuti milisi amene walima ukadye bwino wena kusakulira wena kuyenda kumunda kuti bakolwe basadye milisi ija ndipo pamene uzaidya milisi ija. And that takes a whole season to do that. Okay? Chamani kupasana hapa, I'm cautioning you. Ukama uti, do these things if you can do them in the next 3 weeks. Chifukwa, ndimo amene muzambo danda wala mwamene mwati ai batibela mavoti. Chifukwa simufuna kumvera kuti vamene tikuuzane kuti apa nchito niyo vutako. Olumuwafuna ba Mundubile kanchito keve kalipo. Chifukwa sayibala kuti imwe ngati mufuna ba Mundubile kuli benango bamene bafuna benango ma presidential candidates. Kuli benango bamene bafuna aba benango bamene bayimirira. Sindi mwechabe mweka ni bora hii. So nikuzani chabe kuti bora hii kuli batonse niyo kosako. That's all that I'm saying. That's all that I'm saying.
Now, President Kabimba, both the ruling party and the opposition, I'm saying the opposition in general,
yes,
are centering their campaigns on the economy. What critical issue do you believe both sides are avoiding that will have major consequences after the election?
Look, the centrality of the economy is important. Because that's what drives the campaign. Okay? The performance of the economy and how it is impacting the lives of the people. Okay? I have listened to the UPND campaign. I've listened to what their manifesto is. The manifesto of the UPND is that we have done this, and in the second term we want to build or continue building on this. Make our policies better, make them, properly driven, and give them a larger impact on the people. That's what the UPND is saying. So they are not starting from zero. They are starting from, a launch pad where they have already done something. I've also listened, or tried to listen, so that I'm objective in my approach. I've also tried to listen to our colleagues in the Tonse Alliance. Okay? They've got an advert which is running, I think mainly on Diamond TV. Okay? And all that they are talking about is how much HH has lied. A whole advert. It's about 3 minutes. It's about HH lied about this, HH lied about this, HH lied about this, HH lied about this. Now, I don't know who advised them that that advert will have an impact on the voter. Because for me as a voter, my question is this. Yes, HH might have lied about this. Tell me the truth of what you are going to do. Don't tell me, don't just end up with the lies of HH. Tell me what you are going to do yourselves. So I find that advert very hollow. Okay? If you are just of average intelligence and you ask yourself that question, what is Tonse telling me about this economy? And if all that you are going to tell me is that UPND is giving me allowances to UNZA and CBU and whatever, and you are going to give me allowances to all the universities, is that the only reason why I should vote for you? Okay? Is that the only reason that if UPND is giving me allowances to 5 universities out of 8, you are going to give me allowances to the other 3 universities? Is that the only reason why I should vote for you? I think it may be difficult.
Maybe could that be the reason why President Hichilema is also saying the opposition should not be copying our policies? Because one of the presidential candidates, assured chiefs that they will also be getting a portion of CDF. This person is going to increase CDF allocation, at least 40 million for where it's being allocated currently, 40 million to traditional leaders and somewhere else. Is the president right when he says the opposition are copying?
I think he's right. I think he's right. There are no original ideas, and I'm being honest. I've tried to listen to the Tonse people talk so that I can get persuaded by their argument. If you look at the PF manifesto 2011 to 2016, all the, which manifesto committee I chaired, all the ideas there were original. All the ideas there were original. Okay? We didn't refer to MMD. We simply said, this is what we are going to do about corruption, and our approach was different. This is what we are going to do about this, and this is, we didn't build or construct a manifesto of subtraction or addition because you want to woo chiefs on your side. Then we are going to give CDF, to chiefs. Why do you have to give the CDF, to chiefs? Okay? You are just patronizing people, not for purposes of building a better society, but for purposes of winning an election.
Right, we'll be picking our next set of calls shortly on 0770-000-945. Feel free to participate. Now, just on the economy, President Kabimba, let us discuss debt relief and versus reality. In my introductory remarks, I talked about the G20 debt restructuring, which was successful.
Of today's video, I hope you enjoyed it and picked up something valuable along the way. So tell us, what is one thing you learned today? Drop it in the comment section. I would love to hear from you. Looking ahead, our goal for this channel is simple: to keep bringing you honest, well-researched and engaging content on everything happening in Zambia, from education to current affairs to entertainment. We are just getting started. If you haven't already, subscribe so you don't miss what is coming next. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video.